Hello there. Been a while, hasn't it? Boy, are these things time consuming. I've been playing and watching so much different shit over the last few months. I'm chipping away at some proper reviews, some larger scale things. One rather large game and one rather long show. Until I have completed those, I gotta get all these stray thoughts out about all the random shit I've been playing. So, Black Ops 6. I played the beta, I liked it, wasn't like head over heels in love with it, but I thought it was like decent, extremely fast paced, the new movement is crazy and it is a fine addition, I guess, but needless to say, I was naive during the game's build up to release. I was hopelessly optimistic. I genuinely fell for the marketing, assuming that they were gonna harken back to, the days of old. Thankfully though, I didn't buy the full game. I played the two beta periods. My phone's on EE, you get like a free beta code with them, so I just used that instead of pre-ordering the game. There was all that mumbo jumbo about the zombies just kind of being like nothing special. Not that I'd know, but that's what I've heard anyway. The multiplayer though, yeah, I liked it, but then the beta ended and I moved on to other games. There was like a whole month between the beta ending and like the full release of the game. So, you give us a taste of something that actually seemed okay, then during the build up to actual release, we have to endure the pain of seeing Duke Dennis set the highest round record for the new zombie map. Everyone, upon release, said this Liberty Falls was way too easy. I haven't even seen anyone talk about the other map. You guys seen that new fucking stupid Squid Game collab they've done, man? This game is a fucking joke. And maybe this is Mandela working his magic, but I swear they said this game would contain loads of old maps, and it doesn't. Just the same fucking procedurally generated slop and nonsensical. Extremely disappointed with this release, but extremely grateful that I didn't waste any money on it though. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I have a story about this game. 'Twas a dark and stormy night. June 2019 was when they first revealed this game, and it looked legendary. Everybody, and I mean fucking everybody, has played the complete saga. Now, some of us outgrew that, but some of us, the real gamers, are still able to appreciate it for the masterpiece that it is. So you could understand my excitement when the Skywalker Saga was revealed. I assumed it was going to be a little more like those old games, but it's frankly closer to the Force Awakens Lego game with the over-the-shoulder perspective and all that sort of shite. This game released on the 5th of April 2022, which was my 20th birthday. I remember talking about playing this game to some people at work and them silently judging me, but I thought to myself, these guys just don't get it. They don't get the charm and the effort that's put into these games. I played the prequel trilogy, got about halfway through episode 4 before I realised, shit, I don't even get the charm either. To me, it's just a lot less digestible than the old Lego Star Wars games. On paper, this should be like a grand slam. New piloting, kinda open world, way more depth and nuance to both melee and ranged combat. But I think that's honestly what kind of took me out of it. There's just way too much innovation. It didn't even really feel like Lego Star Wars anymore. It didn't have that simplistic charm to it. Frankly, I think I preferred the combat from the old games. Yes, this is cool and flashy, but it gets old like really fucking quick. Pseudo-aerial Son of Sparta shite, it just didn't really land for me, personally. The missions got stale real quick too. It's just repetitive puzzle solving, lackluster combat, rinse and repeat. I re-downloaded it not long ago and played some of it with my girlfriend, thinking maybe if I play it co-op, I could at least have some fun with it, even if we're just dicking around. After I killed her about 17 times on the first mission, it pushed through and just fell into that same kind of stasis. I don't know what it is. Like I said, on paper, this game seems fucking awesome, but it just doesn't strike a chord with me. You want a good co-op game? Play Unravel 2. This game is equally as fun as it is beautiful. And as you can tell, Unravel 2 is abundant in both. Plus, for a game that seems like it's perfect to play with your girlfriend, it actually is fun to play with your girlfriend. You know that YouTube channel, Girlfriend Reviews? And the title scheme of her reviews is like, should you let your boyfriend play XYZ? Well, here's my objectively inferior counterpart. Should you play this game with your girlfriend? The answer is yes. My lovely lady, whilst very lovely, is not the most talented when it comes to playing games, especially ones that require any form of rudimentary hand-to-eye coordination. Love you, princess. Like, we've played Fortnite together, I've pretended to lose to her on a multitude of fighting games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, fighters, you name it. But it's nice to find a game that's a little slower, where your girlfriend can actually, partake. I remember we tried to play It Takes Two, and let's just say I was in the doghouse that night because we couldn't get past the first major boss. Don't worry, darling, navigating a 3D space can be really hard in video games sometimes. It's like years ago we would play Xenoverse 2, but we'd spend more time running around the hub world or playing hide and seek in it than the actual fucking, missions in the game. This got off track pretty quick, didn't it? Should you play Unravel 2 with your girlfriend? Absolutely. This game's fucking class. Given a little bit of perseverance, anyone can wrap their heads around the controls in this game. Then just enjoy the scenery, the visual storytelling. Oh, this game's fucking awesome, man. Plus, if you get to a part that's a little too difficult for you, your lady friend, you can take control of the little guy and do the part for them. We still had a lot of fun with this game, though. Maybe one day I'll drop a full, comprehensive review for this game, but until then, Dark Souls 1. Remember when I made a video slandering this game? Well, I played it again. Has my opinion changed? No. Everything I said was good about the game then is still good. Everything I said was bad is still bad. I just went into this game knowing how bad it was going to be this time, and I had fun with it. Every time I died, I'd just chortle and go, and this game fucking blows. Because it does. It's baffling how you made 3 genuinely abysmal games back to back, dropped peak immediately after, and then started to go on a winning streak. The first half of Dark Souls 1 is a hell of a lot more charming than the latter. The bosses, while not perfect, are decent enough. I think, not really. The only good bosses in this game is the Smo and Ornstein fight. Gwyn, Sif is an interesting fight, lore-wise, and it's a dog with a sword, that's just cool. Quailag's alright, honestly, the first half of this game is just alright, but if you take a game that's just alright, and then you purposely try to make it infuriating to play, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking, man? Then the second half, the Catacombs, Izalith, the fucking Archives, holy fuck, all these areas are fucking terrible. There's no enjoyment at all. It's funny if you're sharing your screen on, Discord or something, which I was most of the time, and then you can laugh at how fucking terrible it is, but it's still Dark Souls, so it fucking sucks you in for some reason. I'm actually on my 4th playthrough now. I could be fighting ceaseless discharge as we speak, and you would be none the wiser. Dark Souls 1 blows, but it's funny, so. However, Bloodborne is truly an oddity. Anyone who's a fan of pattern recognition would look at this ungodly run and assume From Software's next game would also be terrible. Sony flipped Miyazaki around, slapped him on the arse and told him, alright lads, stop making your games bad on purpose now. And what followed was this. Honestly, I want to reserve most of my thoughts here because I fully intend to make a full video, revisiting Bloodborne. It was my first review of a big game, and I want to go into a little more depth in my next video. But from now until then, just know I have since played it 2 more times. I will likely play it again to refresh myself in the coming months. Counter-Strike 2. This game has consumed my life as of late, probably more than Little Funkelroy. I've poured an additional 300, 400 hours into the game over the last 5 months. I played a lot of CS back in 2017, a decent amount in 2019, and then just swore off it, lost interest. I'd revisit it every now and then, but this game is extremely frustrating to play alone. Especially playing on EU servers. I speak English, just in case you couldn't tell. And not everybody in Europe speaks English, just in case you didn't know. There's probably a less than 10% chance you get into a game with at least one other English speaker. And the odds are even lower that they communicate effectively anywhere. Those best games of CS are when you get matched up with competent randoms, but randoms that just know how to have a good time. You're joking back and forth. Even if you're losing, you don't mind because every time you fuck up, they console you with a nice try, man. Mechanically speaking, the shooting can feel inaccurate sometimes because of the updates to the movement system and how reliant on counter-strafing you now are. But when you have a good game in CS, There's nothing else quite like it. I always much preferred CS2 to other competitive shooters. It's slower paced, methodical, with a ridiculous skill ceiling. I do alright. I'm not good at the game, but it's fun. I like the simplicity of CS2. You have a limited tool set. You don't have a million different abilities to memorize. This game is more about positioning and timing rather than whatever the fuck this is. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Anyway, back in the groove of making videos now. Hopefully I can pick up some more momentum and finish off some of these other videos that I've written scripts for. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.